Yeah, it took me about 6 months, and of working out. And again, it sounds lame to call it a workout because it's not, and it's not a gym. You really make yourself uncomfortable, and you need to. I think most people think they're working out, but you're really not. Like I went with a friend of mine to his gym, we were in a box gym, and he went from machine to machine. He did like 3 sets. And then he went to another machine and did 3 sets. And then he got on the elliptical and ran for 20 minutes. And he went home. And he thought he was working out. And I'm like, I mean, so it's just, it really is such a different way of looking. Like I'll never go back to a box gym. I'll never go back to working out the way I worked before. You know, I mean, literally, I'll never do that again. It's almost laughable. And so that combined with eating the way that they've told me to eat and eating right, 6 months.
And so, you know, you keep saying that it's not your normal gym. And for somebody who's never even heard of squat before, explain to me how it is different and, you know, why it was beneficial for you.
Well, I think when you go into a regular gym, they sign you up and they give you a card and they take your photo and then, you know, see ya. And then you're kind of on your own and you go from machine to machine. And if you look around, there's no machines here. It's very primal, for lack of a better word. You flip tires and you squat using your own body weight, and you lift things over your head and you set it back down and then you lift it again. And they actually are concerned that you do what you're supposed to do and you eat the way you're supposed to eat. And it's not a gym. I don't know how to explain it. And to call it a way of life, I think you got to really experience it. I'll be working out like this for the rest of my life. And I bought my mom a kettlebell. I mean, I'm preaching as much SWAT fitness as I can preach.
And so do you always have a personal trainer with you then?
Well, you work out in here, you can get personal trainers. Like I started out with a personal trainer, Will, and he was my personal trainer, and you can do that. But the great thing about that is I went from that, and now they have group classes. Like I do the group classes, I do Crossfit, and I do kettlebell, and then they have group workouts. They have workouts for curvy women. So it's really for everybody. So I kind of did everything until I found what was really working for me, and that was the kettlebell classes and the CrossFit.
You're good. It's like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
KVOA, Biggest Loser.
1. Kevin says weight became a real issue when he hit his 40s and his metabolism slowed down, and a trip to the doctor became a real wake-up call. Three, 2, 1. Kevin says his weight became a real issue. Oops. I said real twice in there. 3, 2, 1. Kevin says that his weight became a real issue when he hit his 40s and his metabolism slowed down, and a trip to the doctor was a wake-up call.
Gosh, you sound exactly like a journalist.
All right.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. I like that.
Good. Yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah. I had type 2 diet. I had the adult onset type 2 diabetes, and they, you know, and that was a big deal. And it was funny too because I was working out, but I wasn't really. I didn't eat right. And that was my. And then I started listening to the Will here, who's the trainer, and David here, and once I bought into the SWAT Fitness way, it literally 6 months. 6 months. The board is essentially, it's kind of like the dailies. You have the daily workouts, and then you've got all these little chemistry formulas that David does talks about basically carbohydrates and the evils of carbohydrates, so to speak, and how you should be eating. And they actually show you, You know, they don't just say, don't eat carbs and then walk away. They'll physically show you what to do. And the boards are great for that. And then they have motivational sayings, and it's just great. People come in and check the board every single day for different stuff, and it's great. It's almost like a school. You know, you're like a student, and they're teaching you, and you come in every day and read the board and find out what's going on, and yeah, it's great.
And so, how has your life changed then? Because how long has it been since you lost the initial weight, that 6 month period? Or has it just been 6 months?
Oh, I'm still going. I still have another good 50 pounds to go. I mean, I'm still in the middle. I mean, literally, I'm in the middle of it.
But has it been 6 months since you started, or has it been longer?
No, I've been here for 2 years. And I didn't, and honestly, and I have no one to blame but myself, I didn't follow what they were telling me diet-wise. I was doing the workouts, but then I kind of thought, well, I'm doing the workout, I don't have to do what they say eating-wise. And so once I bought into that, it just fell off me.
And when was that? I'm just trying to get the correct timeline here.
When I first started here?
Well, you first started 2 years ago, and then
Yeah.
how long until you actually started following,
About 6 months ago.
Okay, so that was actually
Yeah.
6 months ago. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but it's true. If I listened to Ron and Jenna and David as well 6 months ago or 2 years ago, I'd be in my ideal weight, and I'd be, yeah. But it's amazing the changes that it makes in your daily life. Like I just went home to California, and people haven't seen me in over a year, and it's just kind of neat, So there's a lot of changes. I'm able to fit into clothes. Like I went shopping in my own closet. I can wear clothes now that I hadn't worn in 10 years that I kept because I thought one day I'm gonna be able to fit into this, and now I can fit into them, and it's great. Like I can put my shoes on now, just bending down to put my shoe on. Like I don't have to bring my foot up and sweat to put my shoes on, So it's just little daily things like that it's amazing. It keeps you motivated. So.
And how does it make you feel just inside?
Honestly, I feel like I'm a different person because when you're as overweight as I was, you kind of hide from life. You hide from people, you hide from situations. I didn't go out. You really live a sheltered life. And now I'm like looking to go out. I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to do whatever I can do to kind of recapture the 15 years that I've lost being that heavy.
You say you lost 15 years. What if you waited another 15?
I'd probably be dead. Or I've lost a foot or an eye, or diabetes would have got caught up with me, seriously. So I think I was supposed to meet Ron and Jenna and SWAT. I really feel like that. Like it was fate, I really do. Because if I had just joined a gym or any other place, I wouldn't have lost the weight. I would have made some excuse, and so it was kismet, fate.
It's a good feeling to be where you're at today.
Oh, it's huge. I can't even tell you. I get out of bed I can work out here at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I get here at 6. I can't wait to get here. I mean, it's great because it's such an integral part of my life that I can't wait to do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a relationship when you meet someone and you're like totally into them and you can't wait to see them. That's how I feel about it. Don't tell the trainers here, I'll deny I ever said it. But that's how I feel.
And so you said you have about 50 more pounds to lose.
Yeah.
I guess.
I want to get to my high school weight. That's my goal.
And your high school weight was?
250. The day I graduated high school. I was a big boy. I've always been a big boy. So 250. I'll get to 250 and see how I feel. Maybe I'll go lower. We'll see.
And so besides the metabolism, were there any other obstacles that contributed to your weight gain, or was that pretty much just the main?
Eating like crap, eating, and you kid yourself too, You think, oh, it's just a burrito, or I'll just have one hamburger, and then maybe that'll be all I eat. Well, yeah, but then you come in and you try to work out and you have no energy because you've eaten like crap, So it's, there's a lot of factors, and then the heavier you get, the less you want to move, and the more you eat like crud. So it's a dog chasing its tail, it never ends. And it takes something to really snap you out of it. And like I said, if I hadn't found SWAT Fitness, I'd still be chasing my tail.
And let's see here. So just tell me a little bit about your radio background.
Oh, I host co-host a radio show with Glenn Parker, who played here at the U of A. He's kind of a big deal, but we host a radio show every day, Monday through Friday, from 4 to 6 on 1290 AM The Source. It's the Wildcat station, and it's sports talk and other nonsense. Sometimes we don't even talk sports, but I don't have a background in radio. This is the first. I got the job essentially because of Glenn. I've known Glenn since we were, I think, 10 years old, and he one day invited me to come on the show and talk sports, and that was 4 years ago. Yeah, and so now it's a great job. I love it. It's fun. It's fun to talk sports, you know, and be part of the Wildcat sports family. It's kind of neat.
So 4 years you've been doing that?
I want to say 4 years, maybe 3 years. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, about that. I honestly don't know.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 45.
And anything else that you think I should know that I can ask you about?
You know, I think we covered it all. I think if people really want to make a change, they need to do something different than what they're doing. And I think SWAT Fitness for me, it worked, and I think it works for a lot of people. And I really I cannot say enough about them.